Hey folks, this is Adam, K4SPB here. One, advertising my new Pactor modem because it's about to be a WinLink RMS. Two, during my research on this modem, I saw a lot of people asking about the cabling. No one showed the cabling from the modem to the radio. In the manual, it's relatively straightforward, but until you see it, I understand you still have questions until you know what works for someone else. So I'm going to try to quell some of those questions. This is going to be a two-part series. This part is going to be focused on the audio section. The audio section is all I'm concerned about because I'm using USB to control the radio as well as the modem. I have two separate USB cables going to a hub that are going to go to my RMS station and make it a hybrid gateway. So there's only 5 pins that connect from the 7300 to the Pactor. If you had a commercial radio that used balanced audio, where audio in as well as audio out had their separate negative side, instead of each of them having a combined positive side, such as a Motorola Icom radio, which uses balanced audio. I think the Icom marine radios use balanced audio. I know the Codans do. Any commercial HF radio is going to use that configuration. For that situation, you would use an 8-pin DIN. But I'll get into that in just a second. So this is looking at the Pactor manual. Like I said, 8-pin DIN or 5-pin DIN. If you're using unbalanced audio, which is your only option for a DR7400 to begin with, then you're going to use unbalanced audio, which only needs 5 pins. If you're using a Yaesu, unfortunately, unless you connect pin 5 to an external source, you're only going to use 4 pins out of the 5. That's just what we get for getting better receive. This is the 7300 manual, the page about the 13-pin DIN connector, also known as the accessory connector on the back of the radio. So from this, you only need 5 connections: pin 2, pin 3. It's called send. It's also push to talk. Pin 11, which is audio in. Pin 12, which is audio out. And pin 8, which is 13.8 volts, the voltage out. And those go to these corresponding pins, not in the same order. I created a spreadsheet. So I got the cable. I got a 13-pin DIN cable. I got 2 different ones, actually. One had really weird fat shielding on pins 2, 3, 4, and the shielding around the whole rest of the cable was too thick. And then pin 13 was connected to ground. I thought that might mess up the squelch. So that one went back. But I had another one coming, and so I just pinned it out, did a continuity test between all of the connections, And then you see here, column C, for the Pactor 4 modem, I only need 5 of these. So I hooked those up. Here is the cable I used. In the picture, it looks super fat. It's actually not, compared to this one, which is skinny in the picture, fatter in real life. And then this is the 5-pin DIN connector that I soldered everything to. Little tip, this layout, this pin numbering, obviously it's out of order. This is if you're looking at the back of the modem. I suggest when you're taking this apart, you're looking at the back of this. So you just orient it the same way, and then you don't have to translate, 1 is 3 and 3 is 1 and 5 is 4. You're looking at the back of the soldering connection, which is looking straight into the back of the modem. If you didn't want to pay a whole $25 for half of a cable, and then a whole, what are we doing? Yeah, less than $2 for 5 of these. Then you could pay $55 to Ham Radio Outlet to get it from Fairlawn, whose website is practically defunct and it's out of stock from Ham Radio Outlet. Or you could buy it from England. You could pay £45 and 34 pence, plus or minus value added tax. I'm not British. Or you could pay these guys also in pounds, £100 they want. These are custom though, so, but you could make yours custom. Just put some ferrites on the end. Anyways, I'm going to show you this thing working. I can confirm that I have 4 out of 5 pins, and based on that skill level, I'm almost positive I have the receive pin set up correctly. We're going into a dummy load at about 2 watts right now, so you're going to hear how well things are working. So this is with the cable that I made, and it is just a 5-pin DIN into the back of the modem and a 13-pin DIN into the back of the radio. I added ferrites, and you can see that the computer's freaking out and the modem is off because it lost power, because it was getting power through the radio. So next video will be on CIV control through the modem. Thanks.